¿Qué pasa, YouTube? Okay, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to playoffs for VDL Season 7, the Uber season. This is round 1. Your Carolina Haxers are going up against Rein in a rematch from week number 4. So if you guys are excited for this, make sure to leave a like and answer the question of the day, which will be on your screen later in the actual battle itself. So we are gunning for that Gen 9 championship. And as I mentioned, this is a rematch. Unfortunately, though, Rein has made a lot of trades since the first game that we had in week 4. We did not make any changes after we faced him. If I'm being honest, I didn't think Rein would make it to playoffs, but here we are. We had our pick of playoff opponents, and it was either Rein or facing Rayquaza, which was the kill leader throughout the season. And I was like, well, I don't really want to deal with Rayquaza in our first initial game against Rein. It was a pretty dominant victory for us, so I was like, maybe it won't be that bad this time around. So the trades that Rein made, he got Lunala, Electros, Dunsparce, Arbok, and Carbink, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like the entirety of his team. He had a very top heavy draft, which was a lot easier to prep for. Unfortunately, though, this time around it's a little more difficult because he has more viable options to bring against us. So shout out to the front office homies. Thank y'all so much for helping me build and mock for this game. So obviously Solgaleo, a giant issue in mocks, was a problem because it can run a multitude of different sets, and I just got to figure out what it's running. Zamazenta is very fast. It outspeeds a good majority of our squad, so I need to be careful with that. Quackball, I really think is going to come to this game just because that is his main form of hazard removal. So depending on the item, it could be an issue. Lunala is kind of up in the air. I think it needs to be boots or it needs to be like agility meteor beam. So it just is really dependent. Blood Moon and Dunsparce kind of do the same thing more or less. And this time around, I 100% expect them to bring Stealth Rocks, which his only Stealth Rocker is the Dunsparce. So I don't think he brings Blood Moon plus the Dunsparce. So I don't expect Blood Moon whatsoever. Terratornti, obviously always a nuisance. Electros was actually a giant issue in mocks, so I need to be careful with that. And then Arbok and Carbink were two mons I really don't expect whatsoever to come to this game. So looking at our first team member, of course, is going to be the team captain, Terra Dragonite, which has put in so much work this season. I love Dragonite. Mega Dragonite is cool. Dragonite is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon ever. It's like top 3, probably top 2, honestly. And yeah, this set is very weird because as you can see, we are Terra Electric, Terra Blast. So initially I had, I think, Earthquake over this move. I think at one point I had Dragon Tail as well. The main reason why I decided to go with the phasing move is because I realized that late game, Zamazenta is actually a giant problem, especially if we're not able to get up our hazards, because it can just come in, Iron Defense, and potentially 1v1 a good majority of our squad once we are weakened. And because, as I mentioned, I don't expect Blood Moon plus the Dunsparce, and because I'm pretty sure he is going to bring Stealth Rocks, I'm going to take my chances here and go with a mono electric Dragonite, because if we're able to get 2 Dragon Dances, which I mean realistically I think we are, we're able to tank hits really well. This defensive investment basically lives any physical attacks that he wants to go for, even if our multi-scale is broken. But if we're able to get up 2 Dragon Dances, it's basically a good game. And then depending on hazards and what he has left, we can roar things out and still roost off and set up and do damage. Next off, we have Dragapult, more or less running the same set that we ran in week 4 against Rein here, except we don't have Hydro Pump this time around just because Dragon Fang boosted Draco Meteor with hazards are going to be really helpful here in this game. I was debating on whether or not I wanted Shadow Ball or Hex, but just on the off chance that we aren't able to status him, Shadow Ball does have a little bit more merit than Hex does, and it's just the overall safer play in my opinion. And then U-Turn is good for momentum, and Thunder Wave is on the off chance that we can paralyze everything that is not the Blood Moon or the Electros, which I mean will always come in handy. Next, we have a tankish mixed defensive Ho-Oh. Initially, I was running a lot of speed on this. Unfortunately, though, in the mocks, that speed was not helpful whatsoever. Game 1, we ran dual screens Ho-Oh because he didn't really have any good rockers. But because this time he more than likely will be running rocks, we have boots, sub recover, dual stab hits everything for really good super effective or neutral damage. The defense investment between our physical defense and our speed def means that we are able to live rock moves relatively easily, unless he's like Terra Rock Torn T, which I did see in a mock actually. Then we should be fine to live any non-stab rock move and go from there. Next off, we have good old standard Boo, aka Ting Lu. Was debating on whether or not I wanted spikes or rocks, and honestly, spikes hit everything more than rocks would. Rocks only really hit the Electros and Tornadus T, but I kind of expect Boots Torn T, so I'm not factoring that in. And even if he does bring Electros, I can still deal with it accordingly. And Spikes just does more damage to his Steel type and his two terrifying fighting types, and the Whirlwind for phasing, and then Earthquake for stab. Next off, we have dual screens Jirachi. I think I did have Healing Wish at one point on this set, but I never found myself needing it, and I found that I need Psychic Noise or U-Turn just to be a little bit more handy. We're able to live 2 hits from the Zamazenta depending on what kind of offensive set it is running. We do have enough speed to outspeed the Quackleval that's only speed creeping Dragonite if he does bring a super speedy set, so we can deal damage to it with Psychic Noise, pick it off, or if it does get an Aqua Step, we live a hit, and then maybe we can reflect and then Psychic Noise and just kind of go from there. And then speaking of Quackleval, this is our main answer to it. We do outspeed it. Now, I was really hesitant on whether or not I wanted to have Haze or Surf in my mocks. As weird as it sounds, I never really found myself needing Surf, and Haze is actually really handy to deal with Quackleval if he was a Boots Swords Dance set, which is only really scary if Dragonite gets severely weakened. But if I can keep multi-scale intact on my Dragonite, then I don't think that's going to be as much of a problem. So Surf is there just in case I do find a position where I need to Surf. And then Rapid Spin for hazards, Flip Turn for momentum, and T-Spikes because Arbok is not a Pokemon. So if we get up T-Spikes, that's really great along with Spikes. We should be in a good spot here. So this is round 1 of playoffs. With that being said, let's jump into the battle. Okay, pause YouTube. Okay, what's up YouTube? Welcome to round 1 of the VDL Season 7 playoffs. We are taking on Rein. We faced him in week 4 of the regular season. He has made trades since then, so we'll see what he decided to bring here. What? Okay, no Quackleval. That's surprising. If you guys are excited for this, make sure to leave a like and answer the question of the day. Okay, hold on. Okay, so no Lunala and no Quackleval. I really thought those would come. Blood Moon is surprising. Blood Moon plus the Dunsparce. I did not expect. He does not have removal, which is great, so I think I'm going to stick to the game plan of leading off with Tentacruel, because getting up T-Spikes are going to be really nice here. He has Terra Electric Torn, so I need to keep that in mind. I was not expecting Terra Electric. Yeah, he's Terra Electric, he said. Okay, so he's Terra Electric Torn. We're Terra Electric Dragonite. So we did end the season first overall, which means we got first pick of the opponent to face, and we did choose Rein. So he ends up leading off with the Dunsparce. I'm gonna go just straight for T-Spikes. Again, that's my game plan, wearing down everything. He could have Boots on something. Boots Torn, I would expect. T-Spikes though are gonna be really nice here because he has no grind to poison, he has no removal. Quackleval, I really am surprised to not see. Boom Burst is going to do a good amount of damage to us, but it's fine. As he actually hard switches out, this is great. If he's not Boots, this is good for us. So he ends up bringing in the Solgaleo. We might be faster than this. He could just be a defensive set. He could go for the teleport here, is what I would be concerned about. I think I can just flip turn though. As we're faster than him, okay, so he could be bulky. He could just be a bulky set, or he decided to go for the teleport. I don't think you should have Earthquake on this. So I could bring in Jirachi. I think Ting Lu is a safe switch, and I could bring in Ho-Oh, but I don't know if he's got the Stone Edge or not. And he could definitely go for Stone Edge here. So I'm going to bring in Ting Lu, see what he wants to do, and then go from there. So let's see. Maybe we can get up a Spike, we can go for a Ruination. As he does have Earthquake. Oh, this is bad. That did 100 points of damage. I did not expect this to have Earthquake. I want a Spike here. Ruination it also is not bad. So he's got Earthquake. He's got to have Sunsteel Strike. I just feel like spiking is just really good here. He's going to switch. Okay, so that's good. We know that he has some attack investment on this. As he brings in the Electros. That's fine. I thought about going for the Ruination there, but it's fine. Getting up these hazards are really, really helpful. Eel and Mox was a giant problem. The sooner that this has gone, the better. At the same time, though, I don't necessarily have the best switch into this, so would it be worth getting up like all 3 layers of spikes? I could do that. I could just Ruination too to see what he does. Yeah, I don't... he could knock off or U-turn maybe? I think I'm gonna Ruination. Oh, he's Super Fang. Shoot. That's actually kind of annoying. He does pop our berry now, so that's actually kind of a problem. But we're gonna go for the Ruination. As we do land, luckily. We'll see what if this is running like leftovers or something. Or maybe the citrus berry. Yeah, citrus? No, leftovers, okay. I really don't... I don't really have a good switch into this whatsoever. Would he go for another Super Fang is what I'm thinking. I could just Whirlwind here and see what we phase in. That might not be the worst idea. He does have the what's it called? The Blood Moon in the back. That could be a little problematic. I really don't have... Like, I'm worried about him maybe expecting us to switch here. I think I can Whirlwind. I think I can afford to Whirlwind here. As he actually U-turns, okay. So he's down to 55%. That's good to know. That's good. So he's got U-turn, Super Fang. He's got to have some type of electric move. Discharge, maybe? Zama! Oh, this is great. This is actually really good. This is good for us. Awesome. As we also get him poisoned. We don't get him poisoned because he's Lumberry, but this doesn't matter. We Whirlwind him out. Yep, and he takes his spikes. Okay, great. This is good. This is good. We're in a good spot. This thing not being able to get the defense boost anymore is awesome, although now we have to deal with what potentially comes in as we phase him on out of here. So we popped its Lumberry, we have T-Spike still up, and we have a regular layer of spikes. That's very helpful for us. As in comes the Dun. What is this going to do? He takes the hazards. He's definitely faster than us. Is this Lumberry too? No, he's leftovers. Okay. I want to still save Ting Lu. I'm scared of him going for Glare. That would actually be really problematic. Would he Glare here? He could go for his own rocks. I don't know. I don't want to like just sack Ting Lu. Blood Moon's a problem. Maybe I can go for a Ruination and then Spike again. Yeah, because I mean, if we get rid of Dunsparce, that's good too. So he does go for rocks. We do have Spin on Tentacruel. We do have the Spin, so we can go for the Ruination here as we miss. Well, that sucks. That is unfortunate. In playoffs too. No. Okay, let's see. If he's got the Boom Burst, he's not doing anything to us. So maybe I could just spike up. I can spike and then go for Ruination, I think. Yeah, I really want this spike damage on his switch-ins. Obviously, we don't affect Eel. We'll have to deal with Eel accordingly as he actually switches out. So he's at 75. In comes Tornadus. We know that this is Terra Electric. He could be Boots, though, is what I'm thinking. So if he's got the Grass Knot, he doesn't knock us out regardless. I could switch out into Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh should live anything that this wants to go for. Would it be Nasty Plot though? That's the thing. I could just stay in and go for Ruination. Or I could Whirlwind him out expecting him to go for U-turn. I think I like the Ruination. Or Whirlwinding. I think Whirlwinding is fine because we can rack up damage. And he could just U-turn as well. Yeah, even if we go for Ruination, if he's like leftover. Oh, he's Focus Blast. Please don't die. Oh, what? I was not expecting Focus Blast. Okay. So he's not something like Specs. I think that actually would have knocked us out, actually, if he was Specs. Hold on. Well, now we know that he's Focus Blast. Okay, so even if he was max special attack, we still lived that. So that's good. As we Whirlwind in the Zama, I could sack off Tinglu here. No, darn it. I think I'm going to sack Tinglu here. As much as I don't want to, Tinglu has been helpful in wearing down his squad so far. And I don't want him to just predict me to switch out and knock something out. So, unfortunately, we lose Tinglu very early. This is a little bad for us. Missing that Ruination kind of sucks. Because the Dunsparce is a little bit healthier. Let's see. I could bring in Dragonite here, actually. And maybe Dragon Dance? The only thing is that Blood Moon comes in, and we don't have anything for Blood Moon, unfortunately. Dragapult also can just come in and Draco. That might actually not be bad. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. We're going to bring in Dragapult to Draco. I could have brought in Jirachi and start screening, but we don't touch Blood Moon, which sucks. I was hoping to maybe Whirlwind that in. If this is max HP, we should still knock it out. Yeah, so I can just Draco here. Alright, so he's going to switch out. He's sitting at about 45. In comes the Eel. We hit the Draco. Oh, it just barely lives. What? Actually, no, this is good. This is good for us because now we can U-turn. Oh yeah, U-turn should knock this out. This should still be in range, right? We revealed that we're not choiced, but it's also not the worst thing ever. So we're going to knock out Eel. We are now 5-5. He has rocks up on our side. But we have 2 layers of spikes and T-spikes on his side. And now his only spike immunity is gone. Well, he still has Tornadus, which is most likely Boots anyways. So I think I just bring in Tentacruel here. I think Tentacruel deals with whatever. And I can go for Surf or Spin, actually. Ho-Oh might not be bad either. It's just I don't want to screens too early with Jirachi. And the longer that darn Blood Moon is around, man. Maybe it was not the best idea to put just Mono Electric on Dragonite. I almost don't even want to Terra because... Well, maybe if we get Blood Moon low enough. we can still DD with Dragonite. But no, because Terra Blast, if we don't Terra, remains normal. Because we're not Terra normal. So it remains special. Yeah, I gotta get rid of Blood Moon, man. Maybe 2 layers of Spikes was better. Maybe 2 layers of T-Spikes actually might be better for the Blood Moon. Yeah, Zama's already poisoned. So Galio doesn't care about the poison. I don't know. Also, too, maybe I'm just overthinking the Blood Moon. I really did not expect. I did not see it in any single mocks. To the front office homies that helped me out, they were also like, well, it shouldn't come. I mean, it doesn't have a good matchup. So when it comes to Solgaleo like earlier, but we know we're faster than him. Should I spin? He could Earthquake again. I don't think that's the worst thing ever, though. He is running some attack investment, but I don't think he's max attack. He could just be max attack like Jolly. No. Or maybe just max attack without any speed. Flip turn does like 10%. Just gonna go for that. Let's see. I could bring in Dragonite or I could risk Ho-Oh. I don't want to bring in Jirachi because he could 2 KO us with the Earthquake. Dragonite might be my best play here. And if he does have the Stone Edge, I think we should be fine. He goes for Earthquake. Okay, good. Well, I mean, the fact that he has Stone Edge is problematic in its own right. He could Sunsteel Strike here. The only thing that this has gone for is Earthquake, though. I don't know what else it's running, and that's the problem. And there's no way I think Dragapult knocks this out at this range. No chance. So I'm gonna make a risky switch back into Tentacruel, I think, to chip down this Solgaleo, and maybe see. Maybe we can bait the Stone Edge here if he has it. Or we can maybe spin. So we take the rocks. Flame Charge. Oh, no. That's actually kind of bad. Oh, shoot. That's not good. Yeah, we definitely drop to whatever this goes for. I think I just got to make the switch back into Dragonite here. Flame Charge is actually a little scary. He's got Flame Charge, Earthquake, Sunsteel Strike. I don't know. I could risk Ho-Oh. It might be worth risking Ho-Oh. He's got to have a rock move. If he Sunsteel Strikes here, that's bad for Dragonite. I'm going to risk Ho-Oh. This is a little risky. He's got to go for Earthquake. And I'm pretty sure he's not max attack. So he does go for Earthquake. He knows that we're boots now. I could go into Dragapult on the Stone Edge. Oh no, he 2 KOs us. And he okay. This thing's a problem, man. I did not expect him to be Flame Charge. That's really bad, actually. I got a Sacred Fire. That's the only thing I can do. Maybe he doesn't have Stone Edge. He switches. Maybe he doesn't have the Stone Edge. Okay. He was like at 70%, I think. That's fine. Whatever comes in. Oh. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have it. 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 In comes the Dunsparce. I'm going to sub because even if this has Boom Burst, I don't really care. Or should I knock this out? He could roost. I want to sub. Just because I don't think he has the move. Right? I can sub here. Even if he roosts, it's, yeah, I'm just going to sub. Boom Burst does go through sub, but it's fine. I don't think we would be in a bad spot either way. Because we can recover. He does roost. Okay, that's fine. So I could have knocked him out here. Not the worst thing ever. He's poisoned, which is actually really helpful for us. Which means dealing with this is a lot easier. Dealing with this is a whole lot easier. So he's sitting at what? 62? I think we can 2 KO him here. Yeah, so I'm gonna Brave Bird into Sacred Fire. Right? Yeah, because I want to increase my rolls here. So we're gonna Brave Bird. As long as we're behind a sub, I think we should be fine. That does good damage. We take a little bit of recoil. We're gonna take this Boom Burst. Stone Edge? What? Okay, that I did not see coming. Is that bad? What's he sitting at? 30? He's like at 24%. Okay, so the fact that he has Stone Edge is actually a little scary because that does a good amount of damage to Ho-Oh. I could try and sub again. I don't think I get anything out of that though. Does he not have Glare? No, I need to knock this out. Yeah, this thing's a problem. I'm gonna just Brave Bird. I'm gonna get my kill where I can take it. Okay, so down goes the Dunsparce. He still has Blood Moon. He's got Zama. I almost didn't even have sub on Ho. I'm so happy I changed back to sub. He brings in the Zama. Okay, this has got to have Stone Edge by the way he just brought it in like that. He's taking all this damage. I think I can risk Jirachi now. So we're going to get regen. That's great. He's going to go for Stone Edge. We should be fine. I can Reflect and Light Screen potentially. Wild Charge. I was not expecting Wild Charge. Does he not have it? Okay, you know what we could do actually? Is I could Light Screen. No. Yeah, I can Light Screen because he might not have the Stone Edge on Solgaleo because he switched out, or maybe he thought that we would live. Maybe he's not running a lot of attack investment. He's not Boots. Is he Weakness Policy? Maybe? I think that would make sense. I'm going to Light Screen. That did a lot. I think he drops to Toxic, though. Yes! Okay, so that kind of worked out. Yeah, because I want Light Screen up. If Solgaleo comes in, I'm almost certain I can just go back hard into Ho-Oh. So we have 8 turns to abuse these screens, and I need to take advantage of them immediately. If he brings in Tornadus, I might just U-turn. Not the Zama, sorry, the Blood Moon, man. I did not expect Blood Moon at all. If it's Calm Mind, I don't know. I think Ho-Oh should be able to deal with Blood Moon. Now, my concern is that he has a Rock move on Blood Moon. Because I don't know why he would bring Blood Moon. I really did not think that would come. I mean, it's working out for him now because this thing is just sticking around and it's a problem. So he's trying to figure out what to do. In comes the Luna. He's not Boots. Oh, thank Arceus. He's not Boots. You know, I think I just need to beat this down. I need to attack. This thing is a huge issue. It's been an issue from the beginning. Yeah. I'm gonna Psychic Noise this, and I'm just gonna attack. Psychic Noise is nice because if he is Moonlight, then this works out. He could knock us out here. I assume he's just gonna go for the offensive move. If he's got the rock move, he could think that we're gonna switch here and try to catch Ho-Oh. This also allows him to waste our turns of Light Screen. So that's not too bad. That did nothing actually. That should have done more. Maybe he's max Spadef. He goes for Calm Mind. Okay, that's scary. Well, he's toxic, so I don't think this is actually the worst thing ever. I might actually U-turn. No. I can reflect on Solgaleo, so maybe U-turning here is actually not that bad. He's at +1. We do have the light screen up. Tentacruel just drops. I was hoping Tentacruel could come in, and after Citrus Berry, we live. I think I'm gonna save Jirachi, just because we can reflect on Solgaleo. Right? Yeah, and Tentacruel literally does nothing to Solgaleo or the Tornadus. So I'm gonna U-turn here, and I guess I sack off Tentacruel. If we live a hit, then we can spin. That would be nice, actually. Let's see, Blood Moon. Okay, I think we just drop. We just died. What? We should have lived that. Oh, it's Life Orb. No wonder. Life. That was not in my cards of what to expect. That was not in my cards of what to expect. I think I'm okay going into Ho-Oh and just Brave Birding. Yeah, he's Life Orbed, so he's in range of where we knock him out with anything. He Blood. Could I sub? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna bring in Ho-Oh. So he can't use Blood Moon again. Oh no, he could have Hyper Voice. I'm dumb. He could have Hyper Voice. I'm gonna Brave Bird. So my thought was he can't Blood Moon. So maybe he doesn't have anything to touch us with. And if he did die to Life Orb plus Toxic, then we would be either behind a sub or we wouldn't have a sub. So the only issue with that is if he's Hyper Voice, he goes through sub. So we still have Light Screen up. That's amazing. And Solgaleo, I'm like convinced it doesn't have Stone Edge. Yeah, if it had, he would have brought it in. He would have brought it in here. Honestly, I just want to get rid of this. Solgaleo is at 70%. After spikes, he should be in range of Dragapult. If he's max HP, you know he's not Boots. Well, I think I'm fine just going for Sacred Fire with Ho-Oh. Yeah, because he could Terra here. We have Light Screen up. We should take a hit. I'm gonna go for the move. He Nasty Plots. First Focus Blast, now Nasty Plot. That's a straight 2 KO. I'll take it. I'll take it. We are super Spadef on this Ho-Oh. So the question is, does he risk it? In turn, do we risk going for Sacred Fire again? I think I have to, right? That's like my only out. This thing at +2 is really, really scary. Yeah, he's got to be Boots, I guess. With the Light Screen up, we take... Okay, we tank it. Okay, good. Okay, we're not... Actually, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, we Sacred Fire. So he's going to Terra. If he has Terra Blast, we live it. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't have Terra Blast, right? Like, you have to Terra Blast here. Or do you go for a Nasty Plot again? Well, I mean, even at +4, we're really bulky. We're really Spadef bulky. Terra Blast! Oh god, please. Come on, Ho-Oh, come on, come on, come on. We live! We live! Yes! Oh! You guys don't know. That 5% is... Okay, good. Good. Down goes the hoe. His last mon is Solgaleo. I think we pull out the victory. Man, this prep was crazy. I don't know. See, the thing about Solgaleo though, it was hard for him to fit Earthquake. In every mock, no Solgaleo ran Earthquake. And he's got to have Sunsteel Strike. He showed Flame Charge. And he showed Earthquake. So I don't know. I don't know what that last move could have been. Either way though, I think this is game. Right, this should just drop. I'm not missing something. He has some type of attack investment. This should just drop to Sacred Fire. Please, or he's Akaberry. Cosmic Power. Oh, that's... Is that bad? Maybe that's bad. Oh no, it just died. It just... Okay, good. Okay, I don't know. I thought that would live. It didn't live. Maybe it was a roll? I don't. If he's max HP, it might have been a roll. I don't know, but I mean, there's also the chance I got the 50% burn. So Cosmic Power was his last move. Maybe he did have weakness policy? I don't know. I gotta ask him because I don't know. He brought nothing that I expected. But hey, we won. we got past round 1 of playoffs. We are on to round 2. I want to say next round is semifinals, right? This is quarterfinals, then semifinals. And yeah, I think at this point, anybody else we face, we rematch, because I think there's one team that we don't rematch if we face them in playoffs. So we'll get to that bridge when we cross it. Right now though, we didn't get round 1. We're able to pull out the victory. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment. I will see you guys all next time with the semifinals. So yeah, check out Rein and leave a like, leave a comment. I will see you later. So later, everybody.